see. It's gonna be just them. It's a good way to start out.
What's going on, fam? My name is RoSoFresh, Mr. Ro, whatever you have you, High Ro, whatever y'all want to call me. I am the godson. I am the queen of Andrea. I am the son of the queen, the malevolous. I'm all that and a little bit more. So it's the interview right here with the fam.
It's gonna be a Hulk interview, Panics and Accent, and of course Ekin. You know, Panics can't be with us. We're gonna be interviewing RoSoFresh. All right, then we'll start with some basic beginning questions. All right, like when you first learned like hip hop, was like you loved it, like you loved listening to it.
Whoa, man, I have to say when I got into high school. When I got into high school, my freshman year, I remember listening to Cannabis. That was one of my first tracks I listened to. The diss Cannabis did to LL. And ever since I heard that track, man, I just knew I wanted to fucking be an MC. I wanted to impact people the way he did, because the shit he said on that track was dope. And ever since my freshman year of high school, man, I couldn't keep my hands down.
What to you separates like hip hop and rap from any other genre of music? Interests you more than anything else in music?
Well, I guess like what changes hip hop is actually the artist. So I wouldn't say hip hop in general is different from any other kind of music, because as you can see now, I mean, there's a lot of rock and pop rock that's mixing it with hip hop and shit. You got Pharrell, producer. He's starting to produce a lot of rock. Timbaland is starting to produce a lot of rock. So it's kind of meshing real good together. So the thing I can say as me is I want to make a new mess. I want to make a new mess of things. So I want to be that hip hop sound that no one's heard, and it's gonna be crazy when you do hear it.
Speaking on that, who do you think is making the biggest influence in hip hop right now?
Right now, man, I think he's been very slept on is Lupe Fiasco. Hands down, Lupe Fiasco kid's witty. He's fucking genius to me. A lot of people talk shit and say that he can't really understand what he's saying, but then again, can we understand what Lil Wayne's saying half the time? Not really. So, yeah. I mean, I would say Lupe Fiasco, hand down. And of course, my boy Blue, dude. Blue was good.
Alright. Let's see. When did you think you could actually really make it, like, in hip-hop? Like, not only did you just like it, but you thought you could actually make just, like, a name in it for yourself?
When I had my first experience when we performed at the House of Blues. I did a show with my boy Doty. It's good, nigga. Yeah, I did it. My boy Doty. We did House of Blues, and just being in a big venue like that, big name, House of Blues, Anaheim. It was an experience being behind those curtains, and you're up there and you're looking at your surroundings, and you're like, fuck, dude, we're at the House of Blues. The curtains are closed. You hear people shouting your name out on the other side of the curtains, and just that adrenaline when your heart starts going, curtains open, boom, and you just start doing it. That's when I knew I was like, I want to do this. I want to perform. I want to make music.
What's like something you want to get the most out of, like taking the hip hop career and doing this?
I want to take in the experience and the knowledge, because I know there's still a lot to learn from it. Still a lot to learn from it. It's definitely the knowledge. I want to learn more.
I see.
Yep. Right. Man, what would I say? Artists from back in the day like KRS and Nas and De La and all those cats, what would they say about hip hop now? I mean, it kind of varies. I think some of them would say hip hop is where it needs to be. Someone would say hip hop is where it shouldn't be. But honestly, I think some artists that still have that passion, that still have that fucking dope hip hop mentality, that love for it when it first started, when you first heard that vinyl, you know what I mean? When you first heard those tracks come out from the Boogie Bronx, I would say that people just got comfortable. People just got comfortable with the same sound that they think, you know, they can just make bullshit music and, you know, rap it and call it hip hop and put it on the shelves. But it's dumb, man. It's fucking whack. I'm here to teach. You know what I mean? I want to be able to say something that sparks something in you and get something going. So I think there'll be someone will be upset, someone will be happy with it. So
You think about nowadays hip hop, rap, the whole scene. It's like so diverse. It has so many genres in like different places. Like so many rappers can actually be classified in different parts instead of just hip hop, like classified inside of hip hop. What about you? Do you think is there like a certain part of hip hop you want to go into, or like even create your like own little genre inside of it?
You know, right now, one of the sound that I'm loving, like that where hip hop is kind of going to, is this whole fucking like 80s / hip hop / rock type shit, real grungy, fucking cool kids. I love their sound. They're coming back. They're really bringing it back to where it started. Santa Gold, I'm really loving her sound. MIA, Kenna, all these cats are really, I like where they're pushing that sound, and I kind of want to get in that. I want to break into that mold right there, but break out that barrier where it's in Spanish. I want to do Spanish and English kind of thing, where it's in that same type of vibe, but flipping the languages and just making it something crazy to where the people just fucking pull their hair back and just like, whoa, what's going on? So yeah, man, it's a lot of genres. Just knowing where to mold yourself, knowing how to mold yourself too. What do I listen to right now? Believe it or not, before the hip hop sound, I was really into swing. I love the big band, Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey, Frank Sinatra. I'm a big fan of that shit. I love the jazz, Miles Davis, all those dope, you know, jazz players and big bands, swing bands. I was really into that sound because that's kind of where it falls back now. A lot of Dilla shit, a lot of samples are like that. They got that hard snare on it, the hi-hat. Who else I got? I got Santa Gold again. I'm playing her right now. She's really dope. She's coming up. You're sexy, by the way. And I got some Kenna in my shit. Some Lupe. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, I got some. Oh, and I got some Spanish rock en español. I got rock en español, Café de Cuba, Enanitos Verdes, all those dudes. I'm into that shit too. So I got a mix of things. So it's kind of surprising of the things I hear of the music that I make. I guess it's kind of weird how that happens, what inspires.
They'll get big, right? Sometimes they'll like pretty much cut off all ties to where they've been from. They'll like get all big. They'll totally abandon it. And others stay like really connected to where they came from. So what about you? If you get it out there big, will you change it all? Will you still like represent where you came from?
Nah, man. I think one thing I will do though that will be different is definitely get the fuck out of Dodge. I definitely move out. I move out to where I'm at. Get my parents a better place. But I would keep it. I would keep it to the fans. I would keep it to the people that blew me up, that believed in me, that actually kept me pushing, kept me moving, and keep in contact with people. Keep keep bases like a Merce. Merce did Pay Dues. He did a Pay Dues tour. Didn't charge shit. Did a show for free for all his fans that supported him and love him. Keep him going. I give that much props. I would do shit like that. I would definitely do things like that because I come from a humble family, and I mean they taught me to be very, very humble and very knowing where you come from. So I definitely keep that mentality in me. My mother's done a good job of embossing that in my mind. So, yeah, no doubt.